Hamish free now. Gets the tap away. And Carlton can come forward. Chincotta's got it. Fires the kick up towards the goal front. And it's been marked. Lefroy. Games for Carlton in the VFL last year. Lefroy. Carlton looking for their first of the afternoon. Steers that one home. Lefroy is on the board. Carlton get their first. And
in tandem in the AFL list too this year.
59 games overall at senior level. Pitnet comes through. And that's dead straight. Carlton have a couple in quick succession as well. Stolen away here by Mills. Mills, he's off to the races. Takes a couple of bounce. Cuts back inboard, almost a mark. Phillips with the spoil at ground level. Moyer was involved. Free kick. They take the advantage. It's kicked forward here by Phillips. No mark. Archer getting back there. Stolen away. Kick forward by Nelson. And Nelson has kicked a goal. Carlton have their third. Been taken here by Stevens. So Archie Stevens with the mark from the Comben kick. Stevens sends it back whence it came. Comben went up in the ruck. Dawson threw his hands. Weaving through was Kemp. And Kemp has kicked a great goal. Sails over the goal umpire's hat. Stolen by Moyer. Gives it by hand to Lefroy, kept running. Lefroy gives it off to Ramshaw. Ramshaw takes a bounce. He pops the kick up inside, attacking 50, a one-on-one contest. White is back there, and he's kicked the goal. Slick movement of the footy from the Blues. And Will White finishes. Another restart of play. From the pocket, here's Moyer. Oh, what a great goal from the boundary. Moyer with some brilliance.
Hand pass comes out from Stevens. Ramshaw wins the clearance. Spiral punt inside 50 for Carlton. Now, free kick for holding. Looks like it's going to go the way of the Blues here. The Irishman from County Kerry will kick from 48 metres out. Penetrating kick off the boot is an absolute beauty. What a way to open your account at Smithy's VFL level from the Irishman. Robert Monaghan with his first, and the Blues have two within a minute. And all of a sudden, it's back to a straight kick.
Well, what about that? Pops it up towards full forward. Dawson through his hands. Moyer, Lefroy kicks round his body, and he's kicked it. That's his second, and Carlton have the lead. 1 point margin here at Arden Street, 58 playing 57.
Going back with the flight is Nelson. He's been prominent this last quarter. Big opportunity here for the Blues. Good run down and chase. It might be a dribble kick towards goal. I think it's through. It's a goal. And Ma, with the run and carry, has kicked a beauty. The Blues back in front. Pitnet grabs it out of the ruck. Gets the ricochet, kicks it around the body. Here's an opportunity. Kemp gives it up. Snap around the body from Lefroy. Curls it around the post and curls it around superbly. Great kick from Lefroy. He's been a crafty player all day, and that's his third for the game. The Blues now up by 7 points on the scoreboard.
Extraordinary. It's goal apiece at Icon Park. Can they manufacture something? Phillips goes to ground. And the Blues will get another free kick.
Got a 50, so that's an absolute gift now.
So the Blues will get their second. And it's two apiece at Icon Park.
Lambert, Lefroy, fumbly, but eventually to Stevens, who changed hands, shaped the kick on the right, pinpoints McMahon. A goal 10 minutes into the first.
Nice strike.
A goal 2 and a bit minutes into the second. White to Nelson, across the face. Binns got a hand into it, created the spill. Monaghan back to Binns. Oh, that's great play from Jackson.
O'Keefe and Begg. Begg got first hands on it. Flying shot at goal. Towards the line, and Harrison watches it. It's still alive. It's still in play. Picked up by White, who snaps the goal. He's got a couple.
Towards the boundary.
Your Honour.
Now that's high, and he's going to be rewarded here.
It's been inside a goal for most of the day. And Lambert brings it back to within a point. Lewis
Great kick.
spears it inside 50 onto the chest of McMahon.
Oh, you can't defend that.
Got it.
Take some space, and then that's the kick. Best to gift run back here to the Blues.
And Bailey Lambert goes quickly to Carl, who marks and can put Carlton back in front.
It's a week suspension these days, can you believe it?
He runs around and kicks the goal. He puts Carlton back in front. Retreats. Kick to 50. White. Carl sizes them up. Bends it back. Bends it through. Lead change number 11.
Archie Stevens has run from the back. Ramshaw. Is there a hold on Lambert? You bet. And keep the Blues in this. It's shallow. But good enough. Bailey Lambert with 2 on day 1 as a Blue. Lewis to Monaghan. The Blues lining up in board. Carl stepped into the traffic, but he had numbers there around the body. Lambert's got 3. Here come the Blues.
Ramshaw feeds it through to Ma. Just a bit much on it. Nelson wants to take on the tackler. Gets run down. Gets one in the back from Sullivan. This for another lead change. What a game this is. Carl did really well. Gets wide out the back, who was impressive last week. Speaking getting out the back, Moyer's got on the end of this. Drops the mark. Has to pick it up. Goes himself. Opening goal to the Blues. Super Hooper. Bins.
And 9 clearances again.
To Moyer. Speaking of super,
Oh, he's got 2.
that's one heck of a start for Ashton.
There's 2 inside 50s. They've only had 9 disposals on the truck assist replay.
The volley from Jackson Binns.
Kicks to a 2-on-2. O'Keefe trapped in behind. Man to get it done. Kuipers gave it quickly to Ma. Just urging it forward.
Oh, look at the
Nelson.
space.
The Blues are out the back again. And, of course, it's Ashton Moyer. Instead of kicking a third, he might turn provider from the former Pie. Something a little bit more subdued as McMahon delivers a third for Carlton.
It's inside 50 to work towards. White keeps it moving. Up towards the pocket. It's going to work.
I wonder if he meant that.
Will step around on the left. And kicks Carlton's 4th.
It's Green. Green met the ball. Kuipers spits it free. White, we saw him clever around goal last Sunday. Similar story again.
Pulls the football, draws a crowd, pops the handball. Ma attacks the goal face and or Tom Phillips.
There's a good wrestle going on too. But
Gives it off to Lefroy. Goal, Carlton. You watch the footy, I'll watch the fight. Away he scurries. Direct. Moyer, but at the back, reading it best was Kuipers. And he's got something about him, Blake Kuipers. Blues get another. Nudge, you had a long and distinguished career as a player manager. When AFL recruiters are looking at 195 plus guys, what are the big ticket items that they're looking at?
Clearly athleticism, but then game sense. And that's perhaps been the thing that...
High inside 50. Some marking options there. Off the hands of Flockhart at ground level. Picked up by Carl, and he snaps a goal. Clever finish.
Ned Carl, he doesn't need too many opportunities in front of goal.
Dinton Asante and Grant with a couple for the home side as Ramshaw gets the clearance of his life. Sends it deep over Murkov. That's a fantastic goal.
that contest at pace, and sure he was just kicking it to the top of the square, but it cleared everyone and went through for a much-needed goal for the Blues.
This is off on the way. They missed the little handball. Kuipers did well to reel it in. Back into a dangerous position. Doesn't find a body, but Ramshaw does really well. And Chincotta's within range here. He could actually just go back and launch. If he hits it sweetly, he can easily go the journey. From inside the square.
That's going right.
And drawing back. Ferranato. Look out, Nelson. Chincotta off to Nelson. Measures the kick. Chips it over the top. And it goes through for a goal. Mark couldn't take it cleanly, but great tackle on Hennis. Strips him of the football. Cody comes again. A fend off, and now he's gone.
Yep. That was prior opportunity, that first fend. He kicks his second. We've got another cliffhanger here on a Sunday afternoon at Icon Park.
First to the last.
Binns. Coming towards him is Moyer. Can he get involved in the final term? Binns keeps on running. Of course he does, and that is lace out to McMahon.
You love that delivery.
Drills it. 1 point game yet again.
Class from Jackson Binns, executing by foot, not on one occasion, but on two, and McMahon. Beautiful set shot at goal. He can't stop that as a defender.
Oh, Nelson taken down. White loses his feet. Port, desperate defence, give away a free kick in the process. Give the Blues a buffer as we approach the 24-minute mark. He does.
They desperately need this centre clearance. They've been dominant all afternoon.
To produce a couple of goals. Marr pushes them forward once again. Moyer against Highmore. And it was high on Moyer.
Poor from the defender. It is there, just going over the shoulder.
The first two of the day, had 6 possessions in the first quarter, has had 6 since for his third, and to strike a critical blow as the Blues seek win 1 of 24. Replay, chasing the game at any level is never easy. You feel like Port have done all the work after conceding the first 4. They get in front.
Kick the 2 goals, but to generate 6 opportunities.
Unselfishly gives it off. Nelson.
Oh!
Kuipers drops it. Back to Nelson. Blues are home.
Oh, they did their absolute best to mess that up. Nelson ends up kicking the goal. He's kicked a couple, and it was set up by Carl, who's been very lively up forward for the Blues.
So they've done it by committee, Brownie. They've kicked 16. 3 to White, 3 to Moyer, 2 to McMahon, 2 to Carl, 2 to Nelson, and then a bunch of singles.
Yeah, it's been a really good spread across the board. A lot of contributors this afternoon.
We'll have support here in Phillips. Now the Blues are away. Young will send them into attack. They've got a man all alone in the pocket. It's Liam McMahon. Game number 46 at this level. Goes the drop punt, and it's a picture-perfect drop punt from Liam McMahon. Talk about efficiency inside 50 for the Blues. I believe that was their first entry. 1 goal to the outer side. Here's Marr. Feeds the handball through to Ferranato, who saw an empty 50. He gave the handball to Will White, who runs to 40, had a long, hard look, and when the opportunity came to him, he nailed it. And Carlton, at long last, have their second goal.
And smart play by young Ferranato there.
That's why players have so much trepidation. They think they know the rule, and then the umpires don't help them. It costs the team a goal. Moyer bangs it through, and that was all a bit of a debacle. Trying to get something good going for the Blues. Murkov, and back to Marr. It's a nice kick looking for McMahon, who takes a solid overhead mark. Liam McMahon to the edge, legend stand end of the ground. It's got right underneath the kick, but it's straight. And the Blues pull 1 back. McMahon has his second. here at Icon Park after that goal to Sean Manor. We have a 91-point ball game. Carlton are coming forward though. Ramshaw and then to Ferranado. Put it out in front of Lamberts, who kept his head. Handball came the way of Nelson, who's normally a pretty good finisher on the run, Luke Nelson. And he showed it right there, the former Burger. Carlton get a clean break out of the middle, and they've got their 5th goal.
He's very dangerous there, but if you can just keep... There he is again, there he is.
Hacks it onto the boot, goes to full forward. Kuiper's flying again. Speaking of, Bailey Lambert's going to do so here. Pops it through. Carlton starting to tick the scoreboard over a little more now and get some more flow in their game, but it's part of the furniture now at Cardinia Park. The Blues go back towards full forward. High leapers. Oh, it's come to Will White, who turned away from everybody and dribbled it through for a goal. Will White, the 23rd player today for the Blues, kicks their 6th goal of the afternoon. That missed Daniel Capron that started this fire. And a short kick inboard and get the margin back under 100 points. That's all they're trying to muster here now, the Blues. And Ned Carl does just that. Kicks truly for Carlton. Their 8th goal comes 21 and a bit minutes into the final quarter.
To a contest, they do. Just falls nicely. Looping hand pass over the top. Here's Cahill. Now he went another hand pass. Now in the corridor. They worked it out nicely. They move to get a good run at it. Gets that one off the boot. And he gets the opening one here for the Blues.
First goal for the season. First score, actually, for the season as well. Just off a hand. They build again. There's the kick inside 50. Not quite hitting its target. Good tackling pressure here from Werribee, but it's gone a little bit too high. And Will White will have the shot at goal. And 50, I think there's a bit of back chat going on. So now it's a bit of back chat. Umpire says, I'm not putting up with that, and fair enough too. So White kicks one of the easiest goals he'll ever score in his career. And that gets him going in the second term. The first goal to the Blues. And we've gone 9.
McMahon now is going to go here, and he's got to go quickly. He's got an option out wide here. Cahill took it, and they've got someone further afield. They'll go hand pass inboard now. They'll work it out. Just a little chip kick here to find Binns. Oh, it looks good off the boot. He's just going to sneak it through. And Jackson Binns kicks his first.
Important goal for the Blues, that one. So Archie Stevens will go with a stabbing ball. And that just... Kick looks pretty good. No problem at all with that one. Celebrating as soon as it left the boots. And Jackson Binns, nice work from him. He's... Goes shorts. They want to give him that latitude. It's Jack Carroll. He's going to have a shot from the paint to 50, all the way to the line for a goal. Perfect start if you're a Blues supporter. And they've got it going nicely. It's going to be an advantage for Nelson. Up to the top of the goal square. Lemmy's being held. He'll take the free kick. In he comes. No breeze to speak of. And that's through. So Keefe. Well, maybe a little bit of hope for the Blues. A long way back, though, the margin. 40 points as we head towards Signet going forward. Here, the Blues. Where's the tall target? McMahon. Good clunk. Comes in. Chance at goal number 8 for the season. He's got it. Maybe just the faintest of pulses. And he's just going to go long and high for the big fly again. McMahon, quick kick out of the pack. Is a goal. It's a goal. And I think it's Lemmy who's kicked it. Harry Lemmy gets his first. McMahon's got some work to do. He eventually picked up the footy. He'd been ridden down in the tackle. And the umpire says a push. It'll be a Carlton free kick. Very close range. 2 steps, bang. And the umpire working a little bit theatrically there. But it's 2 goals to McMahon.
Brown in and under. Spills out the back though to Marchbank, who switches the play and taking the mark here. Binns on the outer side.
Binns goes to half forward for Carroll. So can they find a forward inside this 50? It's a long kick from the back. There was a big fly, but the mark not taken. Standing, planting, snapping. It's Liam McMahon responding quickly for the Blues. The former Magpie now in Carlton colours.
So from the boundary line, he comes in. The kick is on its way. It's across the face. Slap back inside the field of play. Cahill round his body, goal. He was in the right place at the right time. That one low. And Jefferson was made to work. Moya had a teammate out wide.
Oh, great
And
kick.
now the kick from Monaghan in towards the middle is a beauty.
Both sides of his body without it looking like he had a non-preferred foot.
Will White directly in front, 20 metres out, stabs it through. And Carlton now have 3 in the first quarter. Will White on the board with a goal.
I think finally now on the scoreboard.
Props on the halfback flank. Another short ball, intercepted by Fantasia. He swings it to centre half forward from a standing start. It works for Carlton. They were just queuing up in the end. They're still going to go all the way forward. Or they may make a meal of it here on the slide, though. Robbie Monaghan only just. Now he can kick one of his own. The Irishman has made a new home here at Icon Park. Gives Carlton their 4th goal of this contest after 23 minutes. 4-3-27 to 1-3-9. It's also.
So still inside the centre square. Drives this one up towards half forward.
Oh.
It bounced kindly there for Paul, who got to 45, looked in towards the pocket. O'Keefe was there, bending down on his bootlaces, and the goal has been kicked from the pocket. And it's a good start for Carlton. They get the first of the second quarter.
Since that first couple of minutes of the game, really.
Towards the target there, and Nelson had to bend down and get it. Goes up to Pull to Ramshaw. They've worked this methodically here, the Blues, and Ramshaw now 60 out from goal. He sends it long into the pocket. Cahill takes the mark. It just fell in his lap almost. He's looking for his second here. He runs around now and mark it down, Joey. He's got 2.
Just for those playing at home, Joey looks more smug than I've ever seen him.
Oh, not yet, Jim. Off hands, Edwards. Another disposal as he slid over. Lost the footy. Fantasia went back to Carroll. Thumps it inside 50. It's a beautiful, well-weighted ball. And across from the Pies. But he's made Carlton his home now. He kicks his second goal. He's becoming a real focal point for them this season, Jem. I know they haven't.
Was again on the up to Young. Moya out of side. Moya to Binns. And then Binns up to the wing. Beautiful kick to McMahon. McMahon over the top to White. And Will White inside 50. Monaghan the target. Lemmy over the top to Carroll. Carroll snapping and goaling. Great team goal from the Blues. And a big goal to start the final quarter.
Up on the wing there, as soon as Carlton got that for him.
He'll set this one up into the pocket. Lemmy presents and clunks it in front of Tomlinson. Prepares to run around, snap into goal from the pocket. It's a wonderful kick from Harry Lemmy. And Carlton have got the first 2 of the final quarter in a couple of minutes too.
Handball away and they can forge it inside the 50. It's a long penetrating kick over everybody's head. Ned Carl, he's going to kick the goal. The Blues have the first. But at the Blues, they'll go inside 50 thanks to White, and they're going to find a target.
Push back towards the face of the goal. Or he can just do that straight through the middle.
Gorgeous. From Jack Lefroy. The Blues have their second. 2 straight apiece. Another lovely bounce, but this time Goonan gets it out. And this kick is splendid, and here he is, the debutant. Strides in. Stabbed at it. And it made the distance. He's a VFL goal kicker now. And he kicks Carlton's much-needed 3rd goal. Margin back to 18.
Yeah, they pay the advantage to
Kale
Smart.
Ned Carl inside 50, 1-on-1. The chase is on. Can he
speed.
make up with it here, McMahon? Can he make up for it? He's going to get a free, I think.
It's going to be in exactly the same spot.
Now, Comes in this for Carlton's fourth. And he obliges. Margin back to 10 points. Purposeful kick is good.
Well done.
The Blues get their first of the second half. Liam McMahon, their leading goal kicker of the day. He kicked 2 last week. And he finds Lewis, goes inside 50 to a 1-on-2. They've got the chance. Couldn't take the mark there, Harvey, but Lemmy kicks the goal. And Carlton have a little bit of life.
Yeah. Unless there was a infraction in the goal square, there's no one on the mark here.
Maybe
for
there
Williamstown.
was. Yeah, that's a goal. So Monaghan kicks his first, and the margin is Harvey, the debutant. He picks it up. No, he doesn't. Then he goes in for the second effort and does wonderfully to get it to the pocket, and the mark taken by McMahon.
Loves it.
It's lovely. And the Blues all of a sudden aren't feeling so blue. He will. Goonan wanted it. Young now. Penetrating kick. Inside attacking 50. The pack will fly. From behind it was Poole. They didn't have the ball. Another free kick. Didn't have the football. And is it McMahon once more? Descent. And McMahon is going to go back and kick his fourth. Carlton back within 13 points. Tried to force it out himself. Here is Binns, who just hacks it inside the attacking 50. Harvey couldn't take it. Moyer's down there, needs to get the quick kick away. He does, and it's wonderful! It's 7 points! And Ashton Moyer, who's played all over the ground today, and it becomes so sloppy in this final quarter. This is the second 50, and it's going to be a 1-point ball game as Ramshaw rams it home.
All credit goes to Carlton here. They've really taken the play on here, but Fitzgerald.
They do go up the middle. Henderson has his kick smothered, and it comes forward. Ramshaw, he kicked there last, and he's given them a lot of hope now. Somehow, some way, Carlton lead by 7.
The sun comes out this morning. Inside 50 there from Durden. Binns with the crumb and then looks to Motlop in the pocket. He'll get the free kick for his first goal of season 2024. He comes in and he jams that one home from point blank range. And Carlton are finally on the board midway through the second quarter. In the end, Carlton with the battle. Durden straight up the middle of the ground. Now they work their way towards the wing. Lefroy kicks up towards half forward. It's been a good build-up, but Will White couldn't complete the mark. He had time, though, to steady and kick a goal. And the boy from Warrnambool puts it through. Not much angle to speak of. Comes in. The kick is on its way. Puts it through. And that just lifts the spirits again. Good pressure by Oyer. Spills to Motlop, able to steady. And Will White now. Up the ground, all 50.
For Will Graham coming into the area. But regardless, Will White's kicked his third goal.
He has. Goonan now. Wilson. Sold some foot candy. Good side step. They've worked their way to centre half forward. Stevens inside 50 for the Blues. That's Bitter and Gill on the end of this one. Will kick.
Option by Billy Wilson.
It's just his second game of the year for Gill. It's coming back. And it's through the middle. And he gets his first.
Where the bounce hasn't gone her way. And she's now throwing the ball up. So I just wonder.
This his natural game, though. He's kicked 15 goals for the season, directly in front. Making no mistake with the kick there. Got a bad bounce. Kick around the body for the Blues. Up to about full forward. Brock is there under pressure, though. Picking it up. McMahon couldn't believe his luck. Just strolled into the goal. And he's got a couple in a couple of minutes as well.
Sets wider task. He gets it now off the ricochet from Motlop. Great run from Ma. He's got Carl over the top. He can get it and go. Mackie to try and chase him down. Carl looks around and kicks a goal.
Drives through. Heads for McMahon. It's over the back. It'll sit for Durden. Free kick advantage. Carlton have their second.
Pick up from Lewis. Spun through and launches long. And in good position, Lambert. That's a really strong mark.
What a great contest from both players.
They need some of it this afternoon. And he delivers.
Kick got through the hands. Ramshaw, quick hand to foot, skies it. It's going to fade left. Drop for Harvey, who had the drop on whack. Represented Vic Metro back in 2021 as an under-16. Snaps an all-important fourth for the Blues.
Good effort from Wall. Ma now looks to accelerate away. Not easy to do from Wall. Kick inside 50 is good for McMahon. Can Liam McMahon get more involved? He's had a 45 out. Gives it a ride. It'll sit up on the breeze, but it'll still get there.
Forward, low kick. Stevens finds Binns, who can play on, steady, shoots, and get one for the Navy.
Umpire says play on. Nelson. Carl. Can he finish and get Carlton going? He can. Brilliant finish.
White back to Binns, squeezes the kick into the hands of McMahon. Blues with the first two of the last. They've taken 6 minutes.
Through the hands of Wallace. McMahon at the back. Young open goal. Blues get another. But look at McMahon. He's got 3 to beat again. He does beat them and kicks the goal. Elliott stands underneath it, drops this one. Wall immediately tackled and gone. That was Prout. Wastes no time and slots the goal. Brings it back to 2 straight kicks.
Bank to Ramshaw. Now some overlap from the Blues. First time we've seen it today. Ramshaw receives back from Motlop, pokes it into the pocket. That's much better from Carlton. McMahon the beneficiary. For the Blues first. An important one against the flow for Luke Power's team.
Really well at ground level. Brian, well done at Quay. He pushed forward, made a difference. Will White gets on the end of it and the Blues get their second.
So they weren't in the game for the first 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes have been theirs. Visitors into attack again, and Lambert presents. Matches this season, the former VFL Tiger and Dolphin. Kept it low enough, kept it straight enough, and Carlton have their first lead.
Here for the Blues. Forward 50 entries, getting some bang for buck. They were very inaccurate last week, which probably ended up costing them the game. 6 entries.
But getting creative here. Carl gets free. He'll get to the drop of the ball. He'll snap. Nostradamus areas.
There, but no contact mate below the knees from Bailey. Lambert picked up by Phillips. He goes in the Lemmy direction, and the big man's got it. Ball back. Chance to kick their 5th after Essendon kicked 2 in a hurry to start the game. It's been all Carlton.
Disciplined kick. Wanganeen went the fly rather than the punch. Ma scooped up McMahon. Back to Ma. The Blues can do no wrong.
Low and flat, and that's perfect. Not sure it was the intention, but it's hit Will White lace out. Been really impressive this season. And he's got 2 in the opening term.
Come on.
His tackles last week. He's been much more of a presence so far this afternoon. And that continues with that strike. How's that Sharon going for you, Rob? White. McMahon, the snap was instinctive. He's got a pair.
And the Blues have cracked them open through the middle of Windy Hill. Nelson's kick. Efficient again to McMahon. He can go back and have a shot.
Concede.
McMahon for goal number 3. Chips it through. Barrels it towards half forward. Lemmy comes out. Here's Motlop. Some open space. Does he go himself or chip? He chips over the top. Makes a certainty of it. Bins open goal.
Ahead of this ball. Wiedemann coughs it up to Nelson. There's Blues forward now. Motlop just has to be clean. He is. He snaps. And right on the siren, Carlton, still one.
He's been great, Motlop.
An electric opening half from the Blues. Moyer was there initially. Now it's Lambert kicking it forward to Carl. A couple of seasons on their list and a handful of AFL games to go with it. Gets it done. Carlton back in front.
White lurking. Lawal with the tackle. Umpire says in the back. The young tall steps around and puts Carlton back in front.
He's been good. And McMahon has been the main forward, but it's just good to have.
Sets his run as a task. Wiedemann versus Lemmy. They slide in, they hit it hard.
What a contest.
And Lemmy's won a free kick. Advantage will be paid. McMahon into an open goal. And the Blues lead by 2.
Proud again with another intercept.
Bombers with all the momentum in this final term. 29-18, but it's Carlton with the opportunity now through McMahon. Geez, hit that well.
Exquisite.
5 for Liam. Blues back up by 2. We've seen some great finishing from both teams today. 30 goals, 10.
With the hand pass, here's Wilson traversing through traffic and breaks through the centre. Wilson kicks inside the 50, a bevy of options. One of them's Motlop. He can stream into the open goal. One bounce, shoots from 20 metres, and Motlop puts the first through on the board for the Blues.
Oh, what a terrific transition, and put that down to Billy Wilson. There was a scramble across half-back, a smothered handball, but the...
Ma slung in a 7:20 almost. Got it out to Lord. The debutant for the Blues kicks inside the 50, and Lemmy takes the mark, utilising his height. Certainly has improved over time. 40 metres out. It's a high kick as he snuck it home. He has. Lemmy gets his first, and the Blues edge away once again.
And a beautiful strike off the boot there. Kicked that from 40 metres. The ball's ended up on the roof.
Ramshaw and now Ma as they look to traverse through the corridor. Ma slipped the tackle like an eel. Gives it off to Ramshaw. Now Lord has got plenty of space. Feeds it off. Moyer, 52 metres out. Spearing kick inside the 50. And the mark has been taken. His first VFL goal against North Melbourne on Good Friday earlier this year. The Irishman lumbers in. 25 out directly in front. No issue at all. And Carlton have their third. Great kick from Monahan.
Yeah, and like a number of the Irishmen coming...
Can he keep his footing? Sport away from him. Lemmy tries to give the fend off. Gives it back to Motlop, who screws it round the body and kicks another one.
Yeah, well done, Lemmy.
Throw in. Crosley wins it down. Chance now for Moyer. Sees daylight and snaps a beauty. Great kick from Moyer, and the Blues continue to pile it on. Waits for the traffic to pass by, goes short. Good patient kick, and Ma takes the mark. He can go back and shoot from around the 50-metre arc here.
From across the board.
Well, Murray missed most of last season with injury. 48 metres out, almost directly in front, and it sails through for the Blues. Another one for Carlton, and they extend their lead. It's almost at 5 goals now, and Sunkov.
Now Cummins comes in. He's going to get a free kick too. Crossley looks like there's been... He is arguing like Mickey Martin used to do in the old days, saying, how could that be a free kick? But this is the... Oh, he's run through the mark too.
Well. You don't often see that.
That was Edwards. It was. Force that free kick.
And Pitnet kicks the goal, returning from injury. He pops it through from point-blank range.
That was like watching Jimmy Steins in the 1987 prelim come through the mark.
Who's here? Cunningham again. Hand pass inboard. Opportunity here for Hogg. Kick to the top of the goal square. Almost chopped off. McMahon gathers the spillage and dribbles it through for a goal. Perfect start to the third quarter for the Blues.
It's almost like a set play in some ways.
Okay from Binns. Finds Prout. Just got the kick away in time. Inside the 50. He pops it up. Waiting at the back door. White gives it to Cunningham. And Cunningham snaps a beauty. Scores a level at Icon Park.
There's the class of Cunningham. We mentioned he came on at half-time, obviously on a limited program. Carl will go, get it and go. McMahon free out wide.
Here's McMahon. Takes it on the chest. And their leading goal kicker for the season for the Blues can go back for Liam McMahon. Steady approach from 40 metres out.
Loves it.
Kick on the way is through the centre. Game on again at Icon Park. McMahon's got his second. And the margin's back to 2 points.
He's all...
Than the record might suggest as Monaghan comes to the bench. And there's McMahon. We've spoken about the fine season he's having. Quick play on. Opening goal, Blues. By more than 16 points. Have been competitive, and here's Cooper Lord kicking his first goal in a Carlton jumper and at first VFL level.
Oh, it's pretty exciting, isn't it? Those mid-season draft prospects we've got.
Liam McMahon starting the day, 5 goals adrift of Billy Gowers in the Frosty Miller medal races. Ned Carl rewrites the script. Watching our broadcast, Ned Carl devastating at stoppages. We saw him do this to the Bombers a couple of weeks ago at Windy Hill.
Live coverage straight after this game.
Thanks, Macca. Carroll inside 50 for the Blues. McMahon! McMahon's got it. Who marked, precise over-committing, and Moya is involved. Can he get hot in the second half? That'll start things. Handball immediately to Lockie Young. Tumbling ball. Taken by Lemmy. Spun as he kicked. Man, it did a funny bounce. Oh. Funny if you're a Blue. Lemmy has 2 in the third. And 2 is the margin. Cunningham forward of the ball. Elects to come back inside and reconnect with Carroll. Neat use again to find McMahon. In the opening moments of this quarter, a lot's changed since then. And so free kick will go the way of Carroll. Wilson, outstretched hands. Been a good duel with Ferronato. Short for Nelson. Free kick off ball. No, Wilson getting into the protected zone. Also part of Coburg for a couple of seasons. Carlton just simply won't go away. Moya, the dish to the recent goal kicker Nelson. Guiney, Lemmy cast in the role of Rover off the ground with a left. Back-to-back goals for Carlton. Got it away from Yassine. Ferronato searching for an option, gets it in the form of Murkov. He's got things going straight here late. Murkov the goal, and it's back to a 30-point buffer. Alex Murkov.
Arriving to help Binns. Inside 50 now with the kick, and that's a strong mark for Liam McMahon. Kicked 2 goals in at least every single VFL match. So from directly in front, McMahon has his first of the afternoon. Carlton hit back to the Giants first.
He spanked it home too. He wasn't just dobbing it through, he wasn't nursing it home. That hit.
Gives the hand pass. Binns now. Sweeps a hand pass in forward. Carl and Hayes were doing well. Instead, the shot on goal comes from McMahon. And of course, one of the best goal kickers in the VFL. He's got his second.
Cunningham wasn't super clean, so it ended up coming to Carroll, who swings around on his left. Spears a pass in. Good mark by Ma. Plays on quickly. An umpire is down. They play on. Cunningham has it edge of the centre square. Motlop leaps early. Protects the mark in 2024. 46 metres out. Starts it at the right post. Swings straight through the big sticks. They have the first two of the second quarter. Welcome back, Jesse Motlop. Nelson, they go inside 50. Again, Giants are outnumbered. White on the goal line. Kicks a goal. It bounced straight into his lap. Thank you very much, Will White. 16 goals in 2024. Trapped by McMahon. They have it on the wing. There's Hayes again. Long inside 50. Angwin in a good spot. Leaping Lemmy.
Getting into his work in the last few games.
Harry Lemmy, the 20-year-old. Drafted in 2022, and his kicks now 10 in 2024 for the Carlton VFL side.
Take advantage.
Lemmy, he's having a purple patch these last 3 or 4 VFL games. Drills that one home. It has been end-to-end momentum swings galore in this second quarter. And as we near...
Hayes getting involved. Here's Cunningham. Got a few players streaming inside 50 here, Carlton. Carroll did the dummy, did the fake and kicked the goal. They've got the momentum at the moment, the Blues. Couple in a row. Monahan left it behind, but then went back to pick it up. Pitnet. And now Ashton Moyer. His shot on goal just sneaks in. Goal umpire worked hard to the left, but it's through for a goal. So Carlton just extend the
23. No doubt will be frustrated at his start this year. Hampered by injuries. Tight angle on his right foot. Snaps and goals. Breaks the run of Giants goals. Gets it back to a 1-point game. Jesse Motlop. Classy. Inside 50 for Carlton. McMahon has 3 to beat. He can't do that. White, just as quickly as he got the footy, he was tackled, but in the back. At the 33-minute mark, Will White gets his second and cuts it back to single digits. It is 11-6.
In, centering ball, bounces away from Nelson. McMahon, that's a clever kick. It's a kickstart this last quarter for Carlton and bring the margin back to 1 point. Jackson Binns now's the goal. Carlton trailed by
himself to Motlop right now, who's dangerous in these positions. Running straight out the front of the contest, though. That is a goal to Ma. And within a minute, Blues have 2 goals and they have the lead. Stiff.
Will White is the beneficiary. Kicking for goal number 3. Works it nicely. They take an 11-point lead, Carlton. Liam McMahon calls for it. The kick goes in that direction. McMahon flies. McMahon doesn't hold the mark. Motlop at ground level has snapped the goal. Number 3 for Jesse Motlop. Pressured as he kicks, so it was a grubbing little ball. Here's Carl. Just missed one. Carl doesn't miss this one.
Yeah, Hebron has kept McMahon to 2 goals, which is his base level. So he's had a solid game in his 50th, but they've turned it over. Edge of the 50 to seal it. Jesse Motlop. 4th goal of the day. Carlton will beat the Giants. To Kennedy. Screws a kick. Only as far as the centre square. To seal it once and for all. Luke Nelson, 48 metres. Gives it a ride. And that is the win for the Blues. Luke Nelson, his 12th game of the year.
Almost a professional foul that allows the Dogs to fan in behind. Moyer again. Dogs knew where it was going. Hayes back to Durden. Got a good boot on him. We'll try and use it wide. McMahon put the hands in to Bustlinger and then completes the grab.
It was just an excellent play. And that kick to the advantage of the forward, that is so hard to do, but that's just the connection.
Just their second inside 50. The Dogs have had 11. but the margin rests at just 3. He gets through Moyer. Cunningham couldn't get eyes on it. He goes slightly high on Bianco, no free, and Carl is off to the races. Receives from Moyer, caresses the kick to Lemmy, who can skate in and kick the Blues second.
Sets it up. Beautifully read by Keith, who could have marked. Umpire's going to pay a block. Advantage paid. Goal Carlton, and they lead. Lord went back, play on the call. Garcia tries to get away from Lewis Young, but his kick only as far as Durden.
So it's umpire Cam Williams, number 19, who actually went down in general play in the first quarter and fell backwards.
Lord's kick, has it got the penetration to get to wide? It does, and once again we're going to see a highly efficient Carlton outfit. Their ability to move the football quickly and get meaningful inside 50s. Lib's been impressive.
It has, and it being able to overlap the initial defender and then getting deep in their forward 50.
Well, Will White's been one of the most impressive youngsters in the competition. He's kicked his second. Hunt tried to work his man underneath at White, and then he's tackled hard by Motlop. White goes against Craig Peters, wins it himself, on to Monahan. Straightens up from 40 out. That's a beautiful finish from Rob Monahan. Great counter punch from the Blues. Jones, good chain of handballs from the Dogs, releases Callett, gets good purchase on the kick. Durden in best position though, stayed goal side of his opponent, took it on the chest. Straight up the middle, and Lib, it does look like this game is potentially opening up a little now. Young to Lord. The Blues have got some numbers forward of the football here. McMahon's the first, Hewitt's got to wait. Jones will come across, but George Hewitt. 25 out. Keeps it low. Steers it through. MacArthur will work hard to get there. Bounce beats him. Aquay. Lewis Young. White takes it. Cuts inside, wants to keep it moving. Goes to Carroll, who's been prominent. Drives it inside 50. Lemmy in best position. Beautiful delivery from Carroll. Umpire says front on contact against Keith. 45 out. Close to the man on the mark. He wants to work it on the breeze. He's done it really well. Can he make the right decision inside 50? Martin on the bounce versus Jones, one-on-one. Here's McMahon from the pocket. Dribbles it goalward. Across the face. It's still alive. Here's a chance. Moy's got to pick it up. Can just snap a goal. He does.
Ground the whole time, absolutely free. He had no one with him the entire time. So it was fate that he ended up with the footy, but back.
Hayes can go long down the line. Lemmy can compete and then let Carl at the back. Will he take Buslinger on for speed? Brings it back inside to a dangerous spot. Motlop to work his magic. Paddles it to Lord. Inside a goal again.
And just out the back. That's exactly what the Bulldogs don't want in that forward half of the ground. And Motlop, that's just a clever tap, and that's AFL experience right there.
And Carroll's pulled up here. Maybe he's hurt himself. Cunningham got it initially. Now it's Moyer, a goal kicker in the last, to Hewitt. Broken play for the Blues. Martin just decides to send it deep. Keith versus McMahon, who got a fly. Motlop at ground level enjoys the spoils. Sweeping through Crofts. Coughed it up. Cunningham, Hayes, Motlop. Look at him accelerate and stretch them. Baker tries to chase in vain. To Carroll, who gets a chance to test the ankle. It's fine. He finds McMahon. McMahon with 2. Carlton still with a pulse.
Beautiful finish there by McMahon. Game on.
Still a heap of time, probably 10 minutes.
Round 16 can find themselves well and truly back in the Smithies VFL Premiership race with victory here. Scott, the tackle, but it's built forward for the Blues. Hayes to Cunningham, to Motlop with the no look, to Lemmy, who's got a couple and will try and set up McMahon. Lemmy and White also with a pair this afternoon. What a wonderful set shot he is.
Game state starts to come into this now for both teams. 9 points.
So far today, little kick toward the wing, Di Matteo, but it only goes as far as Ramshaw again for the Blues, picking off another
50.
one. And 50, encroachment on the mark. But still, Heath Ramshaw for Carlton's first. They finally get a 6-pointer. And it gives them the lead against the Magpies. It's Collingwood Carlton.
Squaring it up. Bedara's kicking a long ball looking for Pitnet, but cruising through is Jack Martin floating over the front. And he wants to go on with it. And I think for half a second there, Alex Murkoff this season. And he has number 3 for the year, first for today. And puts the Blues in front in time on in quarter number 1. This Smithies VFL encounter. Martin and Pitnet all out here for the VFL Blues as Will White will kick to an attacking position. The fist coming in from Frampton, but only as far as O'Keefe, who needs to be careful. Jath getting across. Cale's there. He's got space goal side. They've come streaming down. The goal's going to be kicked by Luke Nelson. Well, they needed to exercise some sort of caution there. Cale doing the job.
Running into our commentary area that particular occasion as we see a little kick toward the hot spot. Lemmy, pretty tightly marked, and he was claimed high. Conversion rate of 13.9. And he drives it through. Carlton well and truly on top over the Magpies at Icon.
Murkoff might have been pushed in the back there by Mason Cox. He's trying to argue the point. Advantage has been paid, although all the players stopped. Cale managed to get that handball out. Here's an opportunity for the Blues. And they've got it. Great goal in the end. And nicely finished.
Eventually it ends up with Marr going back into attack, and Frampton gets in front of Lemmy. It falls out the back here. Underground handball turns over. Moore gets the snap and kicks the goal. Another goal from turnover.
Towards the top of the goal square, Lemmy flying. And take the mark. He's going to have another go at it. Ball partially smothered in the air. Now Marr. Can he have a shot? He can, and it's good. Xavier Marr with his second goal of the day.
And the free kick will go to the former cricketer's way. Parker, dangerous kick, and Binns picks it off. Extends the Carlton lead out to 19 once more. Got very close to the mark. It's a driving kick, and it had just enough on it. Raining goals at Icon Park as we approach halftime.
That was a hell of a kick from that distance.
Prout lost the ball. Binns going inside 50. He's a leading ball getter on the ground, and it's 19-point margin as we speak. It's now 25. He kicks the goal.
In the path of Lemmy, who has time to steady. His kick over the top, just pitching in front of Glover. Worried off the footy. Nicely done again by Marr. And they can run it inside 50. Cale can keep going. He might decide to go himself. Another bounce. This would be spectacular if he can finish. He can! Superb goal! Doing it all himself. Game number 50 for the Blues.
Under siege, the Magpies right now. Hand pass comes out. The snapback goal from Lord. It's 5 in a row. The former Roo goes bang from the pocket. All 3 goals in this second half.
Across the ground dangerously. Ayres got some work to do. Worried off it by Binns, who can steady. He can have the shot and kick the goal. A defensive error by the Pies, and Jackson Binns was being held off. It was White there. Jath getting involved. Now Glover. Turned over. Murkoff. Whistle holding the footy. So all here. Hudson O'Keefe. Chance at his first of the day. And that's pretty good. Third goal for the season for Hutto. Vince is standing there. There we go. There you go.
And he finds him. Murkoff had kicked a goal earlier in the game. Jackson Binns is going for number 3. He's nearly already got the JJ votes wrapped up. It's a right foot ball around the corner. That'll help. That is now 3 goals for the man who's had the most of the footy today. 3 goals for Jackson Binns, 31 touches.
Lord trying to work his way through. Got the handball out. O'Keefe. And now Nelson. He kicks the goal. Second goal for Luke Nelson today.
And here in the Smithies VFL, Southport and Gold Coast have been here on grand final day. Brisbane might make that a treble for the Queensland-based sides as Hayes goes with the short pass inside 50, and yet again it's Ned Carl. Trent Houghton was the other Carlton player.
Thank you for answering that question
kicked
too.
5 goals. He's an ex-Magpie as well. Played for both in the 90s and 2000s. Carl has 3. And that siren couldn't come quick enough for Collingwood. The 8-game career at VFL level for the Blues. Inside 50 we go. There's a chance here for Ma, and they instantly get the reply. Carlton neutralising the goal from moments ago. 3 goals now for Ma today.
Handball's inside 50. A little don't argue from Monahan. Brushes that off. Kicks to the top of the square. They've got the mark. Moore's got it. Looking for goal number 2. As the kick is good. So
he's got 3 goals for him. It's an awkward right football mongrel inside 50, but it's okay. Game high 84. Big right football is straight. Carlton by 84 over the old rival at Icon Park.
Still
3 goals for the year, going for his second today, Alex Murkoff. Carlton by 91. It's a thrashing of the Magpies at Icon today.
Sure is. Well, they've kicked the Pies 1-2 since half-time.
Kick up to centre wing. Good work by Moyer. Get some hands on the way out. Carroll with a bounce. He's got an open 50. What's he going to do? He's got too many options for him. It's going to work its way through by hand. Look at this by Carlton. They're going to find a way through. Lemmy with a kick on goal. And he gets there. Thought they worried themselves out of it there, Carlton, but they worked it out nicely. And Harrison Lemmy gets his first on the day.
And a couple of Brisbane Lions misjudging that. Moore might be the beneficiary. Fires a handball back. Here's Lefroy to make them pay. Yes! What were the Lions doing down back? And Jack Lefroy, who came into today, not much time to dispose of it there. Stevens, it's a hot footy. Here's Carroll, usually classy. Step through. Good kick up towards half forward. Carl, the player out the back, inside forward 50. And Liam McMahon points to the sticks. Leading goal kicker for Carlton this year. Liam McMahon going back to try and make it goal number 35 on the year for him, which he does. He's pushing his case for another chance at AFL level. Was untried at Collingwood, but you can see why plenty of clubs could do a lot worse.
Pack forms. Fort was there at the fall. Nelson for Carlton. Kick, found the shoelaces there of Gill. Carroll's on his way out. He's got no one forward of him at all. He's got a little handball there to Carl. Carl just goes with the quick kick. He's going to find McMahon. Will it sit for him? Dribbles, and it's there. Somehow they managed to get one through there with Liam McMahon finishing off. Some pretty good work there by the Blues.
Right to the middle of Icon Park. Bouncing ball as it's slapped on. Good work from Gill to try and release McMahon. Didn't quite work. Getting in the road though was Ma. Carlton inside 50. Quick kick from Lefroy. They've got options everywhere. Gill is there. He'll leave it. And it's slammed home. Xavier Ma punches that one through. And Carlton with a much needed one. Take a mark there. Ma, Carlton's most recent goal kicker, went inboard. Here's Carroll, who had an option close by in Ramshaw, who'll drive Carlton inside 50 up towards McMahon, who'll fire the handball back. Binns wheeling around on himself. Inboard, good ball. Moved from 4 this year. After 18 VFL appearances last year, as he sends that on its way and gets it. The former Coburg Lion against the Brisbane Lions gets Carlton back to 15 points. Ball up to the top of the square, numbers with Brisbane. Zakostelski wasn't quite impeded, but there is a free kick pointed out though for the Blues. More importantly, could get the margin back to 15 points, which he does. Yells, come on! And he's trying to get those Carlton players to go with him.
Lord, some overlap run. Great kick to find Moyer. He's going to get it back here, Lord. He goes forward again. Great work, Carroll. Finds Stevens. This is going to work out nicely for Carlton. No, they spoil each other. Off the ground. How about that one?
He tried to dance around Luke Nelson, went inboard, numbers with the Blues here. Moyer on for Binns, running hard is Ned Carl, who'll get onto this. It's back with Jackson Binns, who elected not to have a pop at goal, went inboard instead. Another mark inside forward.
Froy not wasting any time either with this one.
Let's go to the straight in front. Jack Lefroy goes right-footed and does the job. It's a consolation for Carlton. It's Jack Lefroy's second. Back underway once more. Mara will get the clearance. Inside 50 it goes, up towards Lemmy, who got 2 grabs at it, but was able to pull it down. Tries to move into the approach. The kick will come after the siren. He's looking for his third, is Harry Lemmy. From straight in front. Kicks the goal. He's got 3. But it's Brisbane.
Noziara couldn't quite take it. Here's White. He cleaned up. Then he went the hand pass inboard to Ma. He's got to get on the wheels. He does. Now they go inboard inside 50. The Blues got to capitalise here. Great hand pass out the side. And it's home. Carlton get there first. Brilliant goal to Lefroy. He worked his way into space.
There's skipper Caperon going backwards, Jecker towards Stevens, slight fumble, Lefroy comes onto the scene, he's got Durden in support, good shepherding, sees him clear, Lefroy gives it off to Marr, chips it to centre half forward, Carl has got runners breaking, he goes long and deep in the McMahon direction, and also leading into the space was Binns. Gill was the other option earlier this season. He's been very consistent at VFL level this year, Jackson Binns nails it, he's got his second.
You're right, consistency
Blue
indeed.
second.
You're right, consistency indeed. He's been fantastic all season. I know a lot of Blues fans are screaming out for him.
Interesting to see how long the Blues can hold as well, maintain the intensity. They've been pretty good in that capacity so far in this quarter. Carl at the back. Well, the hand pass from Caperon was stolen by Moyer, and now they've got plenty of space. Lefroy takes it 55 out, McMahon 1-on-1, takes the mark. Too easy. Can line up from 45 metres here, slightly better than a 45-degree angle. Kick on the way is pretty sublime. He's got his first. And the Blues are back within 2 points.
He loved it early as well off the boot. He gave the fist pump as almost as a lefty shoe.
Bit of a fumble. Still outside the attacking 50. Willis, Clay gets the hand pass back. Gill in the road. Doesn't matter, he had support. Marr off to Lefroy. And now the Blues have got an open 50 beckoning as Carl takes the mark. How about this? Vacant territory for Durden. Streams into the open goal and puts it through for the Blues.
Well, again, Carlton looking amazing on the counter-attack. They're able to move that ball quickly. Couple of great passes. Durden worked really hard. Thumping right boot. Just tried to kick it out of there. Working hard. McMahon ended up getting it down. He just loops a kick over the top. That's good. This is great build-up of play here by Carlton. Carl into the pocket. Lemmy's going to do some work. It evades him. Did anyone touch it here? Lemmy trying to go off the ground and be touched over the line.
Oh, it's a goal.
Oh, it's a goal. So that's going to come back all the way to Carl in the pocket. The Cats pleading their case that it was touched.
Burkov and Furphy back in the ruck for their respective sides. Burkov wins it down. Marr, good evasion. Out of the middle. Thumping kick inside the 50. Lemmy 1-on-1. Couldn't take the mark. Good spoil from Jekka. Here are the Crubbers. Nelson. Round the corner he goes. Gill going back with the flight. Takes the mark. And he should respond here for the Blues. There's good play. Gill floating in. Just dabs it through. And the Blues respond instantly.
Well, much better for the Blues. They managed to get that one straight out the middle. Ma just burst through. To and froing second quarter, that one. The Cats look to burst it open here, but the Blues get the first out the middle. Lord goes long with it. And a mark taken inside 50. Not even a minute's passed in this third term, and they're lining up for their first. And it's there, and it's home. 50 seconds, in fact, it took. The Blues hit the scoreboard in the third term. Margin to 13.
His opponent, Lockie Young, and as a result, it's a turnover free kick for the Blues. Kick by Noziara towards half forward. Caught behind is Gill, comes to Binns, spears it into the pocket. Good lowering of the eyes to McMahon, and he's got 38 for the season. Comes in with intent focus, 38 metres out, and he splits the middle. McMahon's got another. And the Blues stay within touch. 14 points the margin.
He went back with it. Shellcraft. He went inside 50 with it. One-on-one battle here. The Blues win out. Great defence in the end by Lewis.
Had a couple of good moments, Michael Lewis, hasn't he, in this contest today? Just in those one-on-one type situations. He's been pretty good. Held his composure. And pass from Nelson to Travalia. Kicks long in the Carl direction, falls out the back. This is where he likes it. On the run, 45 out, spots up a target. Good, intelligent play to McMahon. He's been leading out well. It's been a little bit of time in defence in the second term. McMahon on the runway from 49 metres out. Important kick, this one. And he's up to the task. He's got his fourth. The Blues are back at GMHBA Stadium. Ball up. Murkov. Wins it down, Ma. Swings the hand pass back, Moyer. He likes the bullet-like passes. Didn't quite execute it on that occasion, but it falls for Durden. 49 out, chips it into the pocket. Good pass, and Lefroy takes the mark. He was 35 metres out. Important kick for the Blues. They're still within touch. Lefroy's got his second. Margin back to 9 points. They're not going away, the Blue Baggers. Betwixt between a couple of Cats, gets it out. Durden evades the tackle, ducks the head, gives it to Lord, chips it to McMahon. Superb play for the Blues. And McMahon can line up. McMahon, more importantly, to provide Carlton with a pulse, and he's put it through for his fifth. The Blues are still there. But you can understand him going for Lefroy, given he looked to be in the clear as well. He's called the play on here, Jekka. This could be dangerous. This could be very dangerous. Carl with the tackle, and eventually it's a goal potentially for the Baggers. It's through, and it's through Nelson.
To get the kick in, will it stay in? It just manages to in the end, but it's got to go in favour of the Cats. That one was picked off by Moyer. Found Lemmy. Lemmy can turn and go. McMahon working hard. One-on-one. He loves these. McMahon takes the grab. And he'll go back and have a shot at goal. And give nervous moments here for the Blues. McMahon makes no mistake. He gives the big come on. He says, get around me. I've just put us in front.
Gee, how accurate has he been today? He's been sensational in front of goals. The loss today certainly put a dent in those aspirations. Burkov taps it down. Ma tries to pick the ball up, extracts it out. Free kick for a high tackle advantage paid. The Blues have got a lot of momentum. Lord, fun big kick. Where's McMahon? He's against two this time. Was he held? Yes. Liam McMahon to increase the lead for the Blues. And it's lucky 7 for Liam McMahon. Virtuoso performance. Lefroy deep if he wants to go in that direction. Sends it long. McMahon is against 3 here. Was he pushed in the back? Umpire says free kick. Liam McMahon. Ma plays on anyway. Is it going to be the advantage? Yes. Goal to the Blues. His right wrist. Hopefully he's all right. He seems to be okay. Murkov palms it down. Ma, high kick inside the 50. Fickle bounce for Lefroy. Here's Durden at the back. Lefroy grabs it. 25 out, step around the corner, cue the celebration. He's got his third, and the Blues are going to be mighty hard to stop now. 23 points the margin.
Well, if you're a Carlton fan, time to crack out a bottle of Lefroy. Take a little sip on that, because I reckon that's game.
He ran flat stick into the Carlton pressure. Lefroy comes up with the loose football, links the handball up with his teammate, gets past one more. Handball to McMahon, who needs 7 goals today to get back into the Frosty Miller medal, and he kicks the Blues opening one of the morning. Good play from the Blues after the Tigers ran into some trouble at half-back. The Carlton player, Lambert, I think it was. Carl comes out and accepts it at right half forward. Handball inboard. It's with Nelson, who pulls off a really nicely weighted kick. It had to be perfect because the Tigers were manning the space, but Liam, in his 100th VFL game, don't forget, Liam McMahon is right in front for goal number 45 on the season. Easy as you like. And he's made a good start, Liam McMahon. And the Blues have steadied. The Tigers kicked the first 2 in the opening 3.5 minutes. At the 10-minute mark,
Fend instead of the first option.
He's a frustrating player for Tiger fans, Noah Cumberland. Here go the Blues again. McMahon gives this one off. Hayes doesn't give it to his teammates because he knew he had it in him to go back on the run and slam it through from 30 metres out. Carlton, so an opportunity here for Carlton, and it will be a certain goal.
Ed Cale, like all small forwards, Johnny on the spot to take that kick. Yeah, it's even obvious from...
Still with Brindley. Eventually the ball comes out. Nelson half a chance. Round the body, and Lambert in the right spot takes the chest mark.
Should put this one through for Carlton.
He's only 25 still. It's a slow, deliberate approach. It's a big kick for the Blues. And Bailey Lambert steers it through the big sticks. And that breaks a run of 3 consecutive goals in this quarter from the yellow and black. Puts it on the head of McMahon. Not sure what Al Noor was doing. He ran straight into McMahon and then fell over. Carlton a chance here through Marr. Trying to turn onto his left. He worked his way onto his left and snapped a ripping goal for the Blues. Carlton conjure a goal from the forward 50 stoppage. It's one that they needed.
Yeah.
Stopping and propping, as they say on the mark. Ramshaw, long to fall forward. Murkov is there. He's got it. And the Tigers, frankly, just didn't have anyone tall enough to deal with it. He's really just a pure ruckman. He doesn't give them too much up ahead in the forward line, but he's kicked that one beautifully. Dead straight. And Carlton stay in contact here. 2 goals, 5, I'm sorry. As there's a turnover on the outer wing. Oh, the umpire blew the whistle. And Noah Cumberland thought that...
But I reckon Noah Cumberland leads the inside, the 50-metre penalty conceded by a long way. Probably at both levels. And he always shakes his head afterwards as though he...
Comes Morris Rioli, he went without it. Carlton potentially away now. Marr and then Harris and then Ramshaw and then Lambert. Carlton on the build. Lambert curls the kick back in towards Carl, who had to double back and take the mark, and that he does right on the 3/4 time siren.
Puts him
in. Ed Carl, all eyes to him to get the Blues back within 14 points at the final change. It's a slow approach. It's a nice looking kick. It's a big time Carlton goal. And Richmond, try as they might, just cannot shake them. It's a ball game at Icon Park. And extracted out of the clearance here. It bounced up nicely for Lefroy. Ferrinato from the edge of the centre square. It's a wobbly old kick that's tracking goal at bound. It's an amazing goal. Ferrinato out of nowhere, and Carlton are roaring back into this match. 8 floats across and intercepts and then kicks into the 50. Carlton have numbers. Carlton have the mark. Into the lap of Jack Lefroy. So he hasn't kicked a goal today yet. He has now. And Carlton snatched the lead back. And Richmond, who have been tormented and haunted